Do you know this feeling when you're at work or at school and you're thinking about how you will play a game tonight? But when you finally finish your hard day and you get home and you turn on the game, you realize that you don't actually enjoy it. Even if you will finally pick up a game that you want to play, you will boot it up and in about a minute or two, you don't feel like playing it anymore. How come that we started to procrastinate even from our favorite hobbies? Are the games just not as good anymore? Is it possible to get back that excitement that we had when we were younger? If you ever experienced this, just know that everything is alright with you and you are not alone. And in this video I will tell you 5 essential tips on how can you revive your enjoyment from video games. You have to accomplish something before you will start your gaming session. Playing video games can be an escape, of course. That's why so many people are saying, oh, video games are bad for you and you will die miserable if you will play video games. And you're a child, you're so stupid, you don't do anything real, you're playing video games, so you. But sometimes it can be true. We are using video games to escape from something important that we have to do. We don't want to do it, that's why we want to distract ourselves with something. Anything. It can be scrolling social media, it can be binge watching something, but it also can be video games. But I would say these days it's much less often video games. So when we are avoiding our real life tasks or problems that we have on the list, things that we have to do, when we are avoiding them with video games, in my opinion, we can have 2 possible outcomes. The first one is you're successfully avoiding important things in your life that you have to accomplish. You don't feel any shame or guilt, because you got so distracted that nothing is happening except of you playing video games. And in quite a short amount of time, you will probably ruin your life, ruin your relationships, your job, and eventually you will feel bad. The other outcome is, while distracting yourself from doing something by playing video games, you will feel guilt and you will feel shame and you will not enjoy video games. And you know, the neurons in your brain, they have the ability to create connections, create paths. Every time when you are sitting down to play a video game, to distract yourself from some important things, you will feel shame while playing those games. So you will create a connection. Playing video games equals guilt and shame. I had both of those outcomes in different times of my life with different video games. When I played Factorio, I decided that this is single most important thing in my life at this exact moment. And no wonder that on Steam the reviews for this game are something like, my family left me, they fired me from my job, 100% worth it. The thing with this game is that it has a very complex problems that you can solve in infinite amount of ways. And these problems are so interesting, but at the same time they are so solvable that you cannot stop thinking about how can you solve them, even if you're not playing a game at this moment. While you are living your life, you're thinking about this game. When you just have a minute, you turn on the computer and you try to implement what you were thinking about. And back in the moment when I was addicted to this game, that was a problem because I really neglected all the deadlines in my work, I neglected social stuff, neglected everything. So at some point I stopped after almost finishing Space Age DLC, which took me around 300 hours. So yeah. But more often I've been on the other side. I've been on the side of guilt and shame. Because if you haven't done shit today, or yesterday, or this week, when you're sitting down to play games, you don't feel that you deserve it. And you start thinking, what am I doing with my life? I didn't do anything, but now I'm just distracting myself with video games. The connection of video games with shame was created in my brain. And it's actually really hard to disconnect those neuron paths. So this basically applies to your whole life. If you want to have more fun, you have to first do the hard work. If you want to have fun from playing a video game, you have to do something that will give you a feeling that you deserved it. Go to the gym, do some very hard exercises. This will create this physical feeling that you are done and you earned some playful activities. Do something that you were postponing for a long time. Do not escape by using video games, because the thing that you are using to escape something that you want to do, whether these are drugs, alcohol, social media, doom scrolling, whatever it is, eventually you will start hating that thing. But you will keep on doing it because it's addictive. And show me a person that has an addiction for something and they are really happy about that addiction. And this brings me to tip number 2. you have to be mindful in terms of planning when you will play games. In my opinion, these days we truly lost the ability to be focused, be present, like do something intentionally, not with just reflexes. I think our phone is the main reason. At any point in time when you feel like a little bit dopamine low, you will take out your phone, you will start scrolling, you put yourself in a deeper hole, of course. The ability to just sit down and spend a couple of hours focused on one thing without getting distracted, without taking out your phone, seems really hard. I don't think we have a lot of cases where we're like, all right, for the next 30 minutes I will sit down and watch TikTok. No, you basically pick up your phone without even understanding what you're doing. And then you look at the clock and you spend 30 minutes, 1 hour doing this shit. So we have to have more intentional actions in our life and be present and noticing what we are doing and when. For example, back to the first point, you decided that you have to do something today. The thing that is really hard, that you were postponing for a long time, and then you will do some steps to do that thing. And when you set up intentionally that you will do that thing, after that, you will feel more proud of yourself. And you will feel that there is no shame in getting some rest right now. You will not be avoiding that thing. You will be doing your favorite hobby after you finish some task. Fuck these big companies that are treating your attention like currency, and they are creating these crazy algorithms that are working more and more towards taking our attention and making us live mindlessly. I don't know if you have noticed it, but like for the past 5 years, social media changed a lot. My relationships with social media changed a lot. I became so much more addicted to YouTube, scrolling my phone, reading Reddit. It became very hard to not pick up your phone at first moment of boredom, and also to put down your phone. And it's pretty hard in this environment to regain this kind of control over your addictions in your life. And believe me, I'm in Ukraine. I have a lot of things to escape from. The isolation, working at home, doing everything at home. I'm not even talking about the war stuff. Like, your brain becomes fragile and it will try to find any kind of distraction for itself. And of course, phone is here. You know what's actually interesting and funny? That these days playing video games can be some sort of a dopamine detox tool, in my opinion, and for me also, because probably my other addictions, my phone addiction, it is much further than just playing a video game. It's hard to make yourself even sit down and play video game for a couple of hours without distraction. When was the last time when you watched a movie, like a 2-hour movie, at home by yourself, without getting distracted with your phone or with anything else? When was the last time when you were able to stay present and focus on one thing for 2 hours? Maybe for you it was today. For me it was a long time ago, definitely. I cannot even remember, honestly. So mindfully setting up the time when you will play video games and sitting down and spending that 1 hour, 2 hours being immersed in that game, in that world, I think that can actually be healthy. So again, do not play video games like with a reflex to escape from your life problems and from your tasks that you have to do. Plan it mindfully. Pick a time when you will finish all the work, when you will go to the gym, and after that you will have a great meal. You will just sit down and spend some time with your favorite hobby. Do not consume any content about that video game while you are playing it. Most of the times you will not be able to sit down and finish a game that you really enjoy in one sitting. And I get really obsessed with the games that I like. When I'm not playing those games, I'm watching everything. I'm watching streams, I'm watching YouTube videos, guides and stuff, and I'm watching everything about that game while I'm not playing it. So basically my mind is occupied with that. I'm getting hyper fixated on that game, but I cannot play it for 12 hours a day. Someone can, but I don't think you should, honestly. While I'm not playing the game, I'm watching something about the game, and when I have time, when I completed my task, when I want to sit down and play video game, I'm kind of burned out from it. My brain was consuming stuff about this game, and now I'm bored with it. That's how backlogs are created, in my opinion. So if you are somewhere in your 30s like me, I'm 31 years old, you remember back in the days in your childhood when some new game comes out in like a couple of months. You read about that game in a magazine or something. All you had was that magazine and a couple of pictures of the game, of the gameplay. Maybe you also had a trailer somewhere, like a 2-minute trailer. So you were anticipating that game. You rewatched the trailer a million times. When the game comes out, you do not watch streams. You do not watch how some streamer plays closed beta before you. You're just waiting, anticipating. It's you and that game. And when you finally get to play it, it's like a whole new world for you, and you are living that thing. And if the game is good, that becomes like a core memory. All these 3 tips already, they come down to one thing: limiting your social media consumption. Limiting what you consume, how much you consume it, and limiting the reflective behavior, limiting the entropy. Be mindful that you do not have to consume hours and hours of content about the game if you want to play it this evening. Tip number 4 is a little bit existential. Don't be ashamed of playing video games.
Oh, are you playing video games? How old are you?
So infantile. Games are for children. Maybe this is like a specific trait. Some people have this kind of shame, but I really do. Especially when you don't think that you are at your full potential in terms of life, in terms of your success. I think 90% of the time those people can justify themselves scrolling mindlessly stupid TikToks and stupid TikTok dances for hours. But video games, they are for children, and you're an adult, you should do real life stuff. You. You think I'm a child because I'm playing video games? Let me see you freaking complete Elden Ring. Let me see you build an automated self-sustainable factory on Aquilo and set up space routes so you could deliver the science packs. That was a little bit of hate towards people that I imagined myself in my head. I don't think I've seen a lot of this kind of behavior towards me from like people in my circle. Honestly, a little bit off topic, people are so thirsty on feeling happy from anything, from just some small things, feeling happy from some hobbies, that people that are close to me, when I'm really excited about the game, they are actually happy for me. They are happy that I can experience some happiness, especially in my conditions. These are the people who are helping you to enjoy your hobbies more, to feel better. So if you have those kind of people, like, stick to them. Hold on to them. Back to the shame part. Shame is an oil for your burning depression. It's like the worst way to have a self-talk. Oftentimes, this is the most common self-talk that we have. Oh, you didn't do it right, or you should have done that. Those people have all these cool things on Instagram. Look at your life. You haven't achieved anything. Oh, you have so much potential, but you don't do shit. La 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 la. And somehow video games is a part of you being not successful or being like unhappy. Of course, it can be a part of this if you are using it as a distraction from the real life. But you know what? Everything can be a part of this. Everything can make you feel shame, like alcohol, drugs, social media addiction, porn addiction. Shame is one of the worst things for depression and overall for the way to have a self-talk. Imagine how sad it is that at some point in life you found this cool hobby, but because of a lot of social stigmas, when you sit down to enjoy this hobby that you like, that you truly like with your heart, you're feeling like you're some sort of a loser. You're spending your time doing this shit instead of making millions, you think. When the Elden Ring DLC was about to come out, I planned ahead, a month before, that I will basically spend a week only on that game and I will not do anything else. I finished a month of work. I finished like in 1 week, so that I would feel free to just enjoy it. I told the people that I work with, I told my friends, my girlfriend, everyone that I will be unavailable. And I worked a lot before the DLC. I earned a bunch of money and saved those money, so I was also like, I became a little bit more wealthy, I guess. When the DLC came out, it was 5 a.m. in my country. I woke up at 5 a.m. right when it went live. I started playing it, and I played from 5 a.m. until 11 p.m. and the next day I woke up at 7, started playing, and the next day until I finished it, until I basically 100%ed that DLC. When I approach it this way, I planned when I will play. I was mindful that yes, I am relaxing. I was not ashamed because Elden Ring was one of the best experiences like in my life in terms of consuming media and playing video games. So I will not be afraid, I will not feel shame of playing this kind of masterpiece. I completed all the tests that I needed and the game just went live, so there was nothing I could watch about it. And honestly, truly, this was one of the greatest experiences in terms of video games that I had. So think again about the situations when you felt ashamed that you, an adult, is playing video games. Think about those moments when you heard it. Think about where you heard it. Look at those people, first of all, who said this. Reflect on whether it's a valid point for you. If you're addicted to this and this really impacts your life and you are not getting any joy from it, you're just escaping, then you can think about it. But if you approach it as a hobby, like reading books, who decided that reading books is better than playing a cool video game with a story, with interesting characters, game where you have to think really hard to achieve something, to accomplish something, a game where you have to persist, to not to give up? Why people decided that this is childish? We know that it's one of the most interesting forms of art. So I don't think we should feel shame because of our interests and hobbies. Tip number 5 is the one that I'm using right now at this exact moment while I'm recording this video. Try to create something when you're playing video games. You can record what you're playing. You can have an idea about a challenge. You can have an idea about music video with your game. This can be your creativity outlet. You can even go viral. You can even create something really cool. If you like to learn how to do those things, if you're interested in those things, this can be really fun. Believe me, when you have passion about something, the work that you do, your creative work, turns out so much better. If it's a multiplayer game, make it a montage of funny moments with your friends. If it's just a game, try to stream it, maybe. I don't know. This is exactly how I'm making this video right now. I'm creating a channel about video games, but also about some serious life stuff, about life problems and my findings about how to overcome those. I want to talk about things that I think a lot of other people are facing, especially in my age. I want to share my experience, share my knowledge, share what I learned, share how I keep my life together despite the odds. I thought I will stop enjoying when I will grow up. Because when you're a kid, when you're young, you think, yeah, I'm playing video games, but of course at 30 I will not be playing video games. I will be a serious guy, a serious man. I will be having businesses and such, a family, a house. You know what? I'm 31. My passion did not go away. It even became more prominent. But of course, video games is not your whole life. But because it's a very popular hobby, I think we all can connect on that one and discuss the ways to make our lives better, to make our hobby more enjoyable, and to be better versions of ourselves, and to live happily and to be healthy. So if you're interested in content like this, I suggest you can subscribe to this channel and leave a like on this video, please, because this will help me. The algorithm is ruthless these days, especially for long-form videos. I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next one. Stay safe. How can you revive 50